On today's video, we'll be looking at the top 10 hottest selling cards from December 26th to the 31st of 2021. Hey guys, welcome back. MTG Moxman here. Hope you're all having a chill weekend, enjoying yourselves on a Saturday at 11:15 in the morning when this video comes up. And we are going to be taking a look at the hottest selling cards in the top 10. I know, another Hot 10 video. I do it every week, of course, on Saturday and Sunday. Sunday for reserve lists, Saturday for everything else, to see which cards are selling the most, what has the most copies being sold. So that's all I care about. I don't care about how playable the card is or who likes it. I'm looking at the greatest amount of sales I can find out of a varied series of cards I look at. So let's go ahead. Let's take a look at these top 10. Let me know what you guys think. Slam that comment in the comment section. Of course, if you're new to the channel, just give it a thumbs up if you like everything. Join the channel, subscribe. Help me get closer to that 10,000 subscribers. Only you guys can stop forest fires. All right, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at that top 10. So when we're taking a look at last week's cards, we like to recap so everyone knows where the cards are kind of coming and going from. So this is last week's list. Number 10 was Meathook Massacre. Scary. Number 9, Teferi the Time Reveler. Number 8 was Cultivator Colossus. Number 7 was Ragavan, that nimble pilferer who steals our hearts. Number 6 was a Death Cap Glade. I love trying to say it 10 times fast. Number 5 was Behold the Multiverse. Makes me feel like I'm in a He-Man episode. Number 4 was Karn the Great Creator, and for some reason reminds me of an 80s sitcom. Number 3 was Consider, which reminds me of nothing. Number 2 was Shattered Sanctum, another SS word. And number 1 was Storm Carved Coast, which is harder to say than you would expect, at number 1. That was last week's list, but this list this week is really shook up. It totally blew my mind, so let's get to it so you guys can see what I'm seeing, and I'll explain what I think is happening here. So number 10 is Drist Warden from Adventures in Forgotten Realms. A lot of sales on him, 43 sales from December 26th to the 31st, 2021. 2 local stores noticed 20 sales in each one that I couldn't confirm in time with records, or Drist might be a lot higher, but he's only $1 US, right? 50 cents Canadian, actually. He's really cheap locally. The market has it at 50 cents roughly. It's a foil is $1.87 US and 50 cents euro to get that card. But the interesting thing was, with this bottomed out price, I can see why people are trying to grab him. There are a lot of Drist fans out there from the book series, and people think, hey, this card could go up in the future. Remember, he's a 3/3 double strike. He does make the 4/1 Guinevere, which is really cool, but he costs a little much. I think he should have cost 4 compared to the power level of stuff out there. Would have been a lot more attractive to people. And there's lots of copies out there, but he did get bought a lot. So he's on the list. Congratulations, Drist. It's probably only for this week, but we'll take it for what it's worth. You're here. That's cool, man. He's one of my favorite cards. All right, number 9 is the Moonveil Regent. Very interesting. You can see the Moonveil Regent here comes in at number 9 with 49 sales from 26th to 31st of 2021. Now, I took a look at cards like Goldspan Dragon, and what I find interesting, Moonveil has a lot more sales, but look at the price. I think people are finding this guy as a budget substitute for forecasting cost 4/4 flyer, which is better than Rock of Courageous for you reserve list fans out there. He's not a bad card, guys. I've used him in some decks myself on Arena to play test him. Average price of 362 is perfect. Market at 255, foil at 482 US, and of course €4.53 to get this card, which makes him a lot pricier overseas. This guy's very affordable for a midnight hunt card. I can see why people are grabbing him. A lot of red decks out there, red-black in particular, but he's being overshadowed by vampire decks right now on Arena. But still, decent sales. Can't say I understand why he's selling at least. Now, number 8 is Cultivator Colossus again. He holds his spot with 51 sales at number 8. Innistrad Crimson Vow, his price is kind of bottomed out. Not seeing much movement there. Sales are staying consistent, though, from week to week. Anywhere from like that high 40s to like low 80s, depending on the week. The average price of $21.32, the market at $20.38. The foil is $24.17, and of course, €14.61. I've seen this guy a lot on Arena with people trying to play him out and trying to arrange their lands in a certain order using some mulch things from Arena. It's not working well. Any white deck that has some board clearance is wiping this guy off the map before he really gets going. So I've had no trouble dealing with Cultivator Colossus decks that I've seen on Arena. So too bad for you, buddy, but you are a cool card. Now, number 7 this week is Karn Liberated. Interesting card, new Phyrexia version, 60 copies sold December 26th to the 31st. But you notice that price. Look at the actual price market in the background. You can see this guy's dropping down in price, so his sales make sense to me. This guy was as high as like $80, $90 at one point, right? To have him this low, this cheap, means Wizards probably is not going to reprint him for a while. So a few people want to grab copies and flip copies about a year from now are going to make some serious money as this guy slowly will drift upward the less copies that are available. So way to go. 31 bucks is the average. The market's 30 bucks. A foil is 63.06 and 23 euro and 74 cents to get Karn into your house. This guy's a game-ending card. He's when Planeswalkers were actually cool and did amazing things, not the wimpy Planeswalkers we get nowadays. And even wimpy Karns compared to Karn Liberated. Come on, man. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at number 6. Number 6, again, another card. We're looking at Dominaria, and it's bottoming out, and that is Teferi, the hero of Dominaria. I remember this guy being like $50, $60, $70, and I know friends who were buying him at that price. So seeing him this low, and I've seen him locally as low as like $18 for lightly played copies, slight played. This guy's been cheap, okay? Average price, $27, market at $24.92. Foil is $55.36. And of course, you got 27 euro and 46 cents to get you that card. But when you see 63 sales, and I can understand why, again, bottoming price, probably not going to see a reprint for any time soon, means he will slowly drift up. And he's from Dominaria, which was a short print run set. And remember, when you see mythics like this, they're not going to put him back into a regular draft set. He's only going to be found in special editions. So eventually his price drifts up just because lack of supply. And it's really going to affect things later on when you see how short the supply for Dominaria was in the next 5 years. Let's go ahead and take a look at number 5. Number 5 is Meathook Massacre moving up the ranks. Innistrad Midnight Hunt. This guy's a beast. I've seen him used so many times against me. I'm about 50-50 when I face off a deck like this. The Meathook Massacre comes in with 93 sales from the 26th to the 31st. The average price is still upticking at $65.99 US. The market has it at $58.59. Foil is $82.92. And of course, 41 euro and 19 cents to get that card into your home. This is one of those creepy cards I like from Innistrad. I like the art. I like how creepy it looks. It does freak me out a bit. Just seeing hands hanging on a hook and stuff, and the butcher in the background chopping up the meat. Is it meat, though? Freaky stuff. All right, so Meathook, you're awesome. Let's go ahead and take a look at number 4. Now, number 4 this week is another D&D card, and that is Tiamat from Adventures in Forgotten Realms. This is one of those cards I told you guys about a few weeks ago when the price bombed out at like $8. It's still saying flat right now. 140 sales, though, from the 26th to the 31st. That's a lot of Tiamats moving. The average price is $11. The market is $10.57 US. A foil is only $14 US. I would go for the full extended non-foil art or the foil art full extended because those at least are a little more rare. They do look pretty cool. Although I like this original Tiamat as well, just so you know. And a cool Dragon God just sounds so cool. Little weak for a Dragon God personally, but 10 euro and 33 cents to get that card in your house. Still a very affordable dragon and great for a commander deck and the potential upswing later on. For D&D cards, this is one of the ones I'm willing to bank a few bucks on. I bought a playset myself. I'm willing to hold on to a playset and see what happens with this card. Way to go, Tiamat. We've got some D&D cards on the list. Very interesting. Let's go ahead and take a look at number 3 this week. Now, number 3 is Consider with 209 sales from December 26th to the 31st of 2021. This guy's never left the list. He's only slowly sliding down from the top spot. Each week his sales are super high, but Consider is one of those cards I think people are going to want to see reprinted quickly because this price keeps drifting up. People are buying it and the stock is running low in comparison to what commons are. I can't believe how many people are buying copies of this and speccing on the card. So be warned. This is not going to hold, okay? It may hold for a year or two. It may be here for a while, depending on how quick Wizards gets around to reprinting a card like this to just tank that price. They don't like cards like this going up, okay? This is like when Opt was like not printed for a while and the price drifted up to $5-6. They don't want commons at $5-6. They don't. Now, me talking to you here on the back of a microphone here, it is kind of cool to see a card like this go up because it gives value to the set a little more. So some players might be hoping they don't reprint it, but it's going to happen. They just can't let it stand. Let's go ahead and take a look at number 2 this week, and that is Red Dragon from Forgotten Realms. Now, this is a 6 casting cost dragon. It's a 4/4, but when it comes into play, it does 4 damage, okay? So I've seen people use this in unique ways on Arena, so I see why it's being done. Red-white deck. Think of some teleportation cards and some other cool stuff. You can have some fun with this card, unsummoning, resummoning, bouncing it back and forth in the battlefield. 300 sales in the last week of the 26th to the 31st. Totally insane. Average price is 24 cents. The market's like 10 cents. Foil is 25 cents. And 10 cent euro to get that card. It's super cheap. It's an uncommon. But it had massive amount of sales. People are play testing things out to see what works. And this is just one of those Adventure and Forgotten Realms cards. People can say, hey, it costs like nothing. I might as well see if I can manipulate a deck a little bit to do some high damage. So way to go, Red Dragon. Cool for you. Now, there's a new number one, obviously. I'm telling you now, it's not Stormcarved Coast because the Shattered Sanctum, Stormcarved, none of those cards made the lip Death Cap. None of these guys stayed. It is a new number one this week. And what is number one, you're asking? I'm surprised as much as you guys. It is Old Gnawbone from Adventures in Forgotten Realms, comes in at number one with 304 sales from the 26th to the 31st of 2021. Average price is 25 bucks. The market is 24.66. A foil is 27.23. 18 euro and 48 cents to get you that card. He is a beast. Don't get me wrong. I wish he cost 6, but even at 7, people are buying them. They want this card. They're trying things out to see how much they can abuse them. They're putting them into commander decks. Way to go, Gnawbone, and congratulations to Forgotten Realms. Your cards are so cheap that people are taking a chance on this set to see what individual cards might be manipulated into standard decks and into modern as well as commander. Probably Pauper too, right? So way to go, guys. I can't believe I'm saying this, but it's a totally different world out there right now for these top 10 cards for this week of the 26th to the 31st. And of course, a big shout out to each and every one of my amazing patrons out there. Thank you so much, guys, for the continued support on the channel. I really appreciate it. We will hopefully get to 10K in 2022. It's going to be amazing. Can't wait to have that party with everyone. We're going to have a blast with all the viewers. It's going to be fun. Thanks again. Gotta be honest, guys. Here you are at the end of the video. I'm like, wow, those sales were crazy. I was really surprised. I wish I could have confirmed some more local sales and some places in the States, in Vancouver, just to give me a little more uptick of what was going on. They didn't get back to me in time, but that was kind of blowing my mind. I'm like, Old Gnawbone? Really? It took out all those land types and stuff? Crazy stuff. I'd like to know if anyone knows, for Old Gnawbone, the Red Dragon, if there's deck ideas you guys are aware of that I'm not, I would love to get emails about that or comments in the comment section about what some of these decks might be that people are using for these cards, because it's like freaking me out a bit. I was like, wow, that I just didn't expect it. Now we're going to put Break Ties into the 10K box. Break Ties, there you go. We'll put that bad boy in there for those who made it this far into the video. Congratulations, 10K box getting pretty full. And thanks again for watching. I hope everyone has a fabulous weekend. The reserve list top 10 is tomorrow, of course. And I guess next weekend, after my birthday, I'll be on Sunday for the live stream. Can't wait to see you guys there. We're going to have a blast. Have a great one, everyone. And 2022, right? Crazy. Here we go again.